Yeah, I don't find her attractive.
That's fine. Doesn't make a difference.
Stupid looking.
Liars.
I'm doing it.
At this point, I'll take Vito behind a dumpster.
Okay.
Who's number one on that list?
Number one, I think everyone can pretty much venture a guess who's number one on the list. Who's the ugliest person in Hollywood?
Sandra Bullock?
Tom Cruise?
Nope.
Ugliest
Woman, right?
Woman
we're talking about.
Courtney Love.
Oh, it's got to be Rosie O'Donnell.
No.
Sharon Stone?
No. The person that's called sexy all the time, but is a monstrous horse face.
Oh, Barbara
And it's
Streisand?
not.
Oh, Sex and the City girl?
It's not RD.
Yeah, don't say that.
It's Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's really ugly.
See, I find her oddly attractive.
Oh, she's horrible.
She got a body that won't quit, though. Oh, my God. That body.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what would be the situations under which a body would quit?
I don't think...
I never got that gimmick.
Your body's quit.
Oh,
her body has
to. Very good.
Her face isn't that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm really into girls that have like huge, weird moles and giant noses. That's really my favorite thing about them.
Seinfeld.
Also, yeah, I'm not. Dude, you should have your phone call in the air. Have your phone call in the air. Yeah, I think you guys are liars. I think that Amy Winehouse is definitely doable. I think she's
absolutely
she's a terrific young lady.
She's a good talent.
Not to mention on the crazy hot scale, she's unbelievably crazy, which makes her sexier. You know, and I just don't think you're being forthcoming about your emotions.
I'm not. I'm telling you right now.
Well, Vito won the game. He doesn't want to ruin what he's.
I think Sarah Jessica
built
Parker
up.
is uglier than Amy Winehouse. I'll give you that much.
Really?
Yes.
But it's not a matter of ugly. We're talking about attractive sexiness.
I think neither of them are sexy.
And you wouldn't bet
Sarah
them.
Jessica Parker is worse than Amy Winehouse. I'll give you that.
But I think Britney Spears, before she became a train wreck, had no place on this list at all. That's the difference. You know?
Of course not.
But you know what? She brought her own like private garbage out to the public, and that's what that kind of brought her down.
Did she?
Well, she didn't bring it out. It just ended up happening. Walking around barefoot while you're pregnant, driving with the kid on your lap.
I'm not saying that
Come
she
on,
has.
that's bringing your private life
I'm not.
public.
No, that's not bringing your private life public. She did things that there are paparazzi that go around and follow her and discover these things about. She didn't go out and say, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to go driving with my kid on my lap later." She didn't do that. She did it, and someone caught her.
And you know what? If she wasn't famous, she wouldn't have been caught because I've drove on my father's lap when he drove before. Like I pretended I was
But
driving.
that was a different time. You would also reach in the backseat to the cooler and hand your dad a beer too.
Absolutely.
Back then, it's a different time.
Yeah.
When we were kids, but yeah, I don't think that Britney is guilty of doing it to herself.
But you know what? The difference between the top three, despite what you may think about the others, the difference between the top three is those are people that are kind of at the sort of the peak of their sexiness right now.
Who are the top three?
Sarah Jessica Parker,
Not
Amy
the peak.
Winehouse,
She's past her
and Sandra Oh, but she's not that far past it.
Yeah,
so she's somebody that these are three people that they're basically saying are just pretty much ugly people, as opposed to the other two. Well, Madonna got old, and that's why she's on the list. And Britney Spears became a drunk or whatever the hell's her
got
problem.
to be almost 22 years old,
Yeah,
so she's old.
But the others are just kind of legitimately ugly. Like, I think if Amy Winehouse wasn't a drunk and a drug addict and whatever and took care of herself, they'd still probably say she was ugly.
She's just got a big nose.
I'm just saying the list, buddy.
She's just got a big nose. She's not an unattractive girl. I like her. Sarah Silverman should be on the list then too, because she's got a big nose, even though she's gorgeous. Like, it's the same thing. Like, she's just got a big nose.
She's oddly.
But Sarah Silverman's much prettier than Amy Winehouse. It's not just the nose.
Yeah, really.
I think the only difference between the two is one is a filthy.
One has a better facial structure.
No, I think one of them is like kind of like a dirty junkie girl, and one of them is.
Don't talk about Sarah like
too.
that.
Like she has the bouffant hair. She actually puts on the makeup and tries to look.
Yeah, but it's
stupid. I mean, it's I just hate that look, basically. And on top of that, she's not an attractive woman.
I think she's terrific. I wish that Vito, get on it. Get Amy Winehouse on this show tomorrow.
Well, that would
Tomorrow's
be a good interview.
Monday.
Oh man,
that would be a good.
We're doing the.
Freddie, don't you have to go take a bathroom break?
I think she'd be a lot of fun to hang out with, but I don't know if I go.
I don't know about.
If she's not going to want to hang out with a dude that just called her ugly on a
that's
national radio show.
Yeah,
international.
You know, I bet you she would.
Intergalactic radio show. Yeah, well, Maxim Magazine, you're stupid. And that's what I have to say about that. Ugliest girl on the planet, the unsexiest girls on the planet are like Rosie O'Donnell and Oprah and the girl from Throw Mama from the Train,
Danny DeVito,
and like those are the Brooke Hogan. Like they're more unattractive people in the world than those five.
I would have put Brooke Hogan on the list.
Absolutely.
You think Brooke Hogan's uglier than Amy Winehouse?
Absolutely.
You've got issues.
I know, dude. Go have sex with a tree trunk. Enjoy yourself.
I think the intent of
I'd like a nice big tractor trailer with a face on top of it that looks like Hulk Hogan's. That's what I'm looking for in a lady.
I think the intent of the Maxim magazine article is here's a bunch of people that are somehow recognized as being sex symbols when they're actually not that sexy.
Yeah, basically.
It's funny that Katie Holmes didn't end up on that list.
No, Katie Holmes is gorgeous. Do you mind?
Did she run in the marathon?
Yeah, she did. She ran like 5 hours.
it, yeah.
She did good. She did great. She finished like 170 millionth. But she did finish it. She finished the race. But she finished like far back.
With Zena's help.
Maxim magazine should be at the top of the list of magazines that are pointless and stupid because you should read Playboy instead. It's much, much better and there's less clothes. That's what you should, the list that should be there. Followed by FHM and closely followed by Stuff.
FHM has been ceased publication in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. I like the UK magazines. Did they really?
The Lad Mags, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of America or the magazines from it. I don't know. Speaking of America, I don't know where that even came from, but speaking of America, I just want to say to Elliot Spitzer, you're a jerk. Next story.
Carrick, you're a jerk. Next story.
You don't have a problem with the fact that Elliot Spitzer wants to give driver's licenses to illegal aliens?
Yeah, but if they get into accidents, then you could like go through insurance and your deductible won't go up. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it's for. Like for those crazy like accidents. I don't care that they get driver's license. So what? It could. The driver's license could say pending the citizenship pending on their
driver's license.
The
The driver's license could be a way for them to somehow get a social security number out of the deal, and it could work out to be voter fraud. And they could be getting welfare illegally.
They can't do a specialized license where it says all these things on
whatever,
the license.
bro. Whatever, bro.
I agree. I kind of agree with
All
you.
right, then I'll see you at the Kremlin. We'll hang out together.
People are hating it though, right? He's getting real.
Yeah, well, it's not going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen?
If it happens, it'll be the most ridiculous thing in the world. It's against the will of the people, and it's stupid.
So just citizens of this country should have driver's licenses?
Correct. No, you know what? People who are here legally, people that have green cards and visas should be allowed if they're going to be here for a long term. I got no problem with that. Illegal aliens should not be granted some sort of credibility by being in this country. They're saying, oh, well, just because I'm here and I work in the back of Jim's Taco Shack, I should be allowed to have a driver's license. That's nonsense. You're not supposed to be here. You go through the immigration process legally. Whatever.
Bourgeoisie points out that the proposed law says it shouldn't or it won't function as federal identification. And, you're saying they can somehow trick it into getting like a social security number and maybe it'll turn into voter fraud. They're putting up things to make sure that won't happen.
I didn't
It
believe
won't be acceptable.
I don't
as,
believe
like,
that. I don't believe.
transportation.
I don't believe that that's Elliot Spitzer's plan. I believe that that's the plan for the national driver's license plan that's out there. I mean, again, I may be speaking out of turn. We might need to discuss it further. But I was under the impression that Elliot Spitzer's plan had nothing to do with that. That there are two different driver's license proposals that are out there.
The concept is they're undocumented workers. They're going to be driving around, perhaps even like for their job, so they should be licensed.
But
they're going to be on the road.
They're going to be on the road in our country illegally, and they shouldn't be here at all. And granting them any sort of credence while they're here illegally is ridiculous.
So instead of granting them the driver's license, you just want them to not take the driver's test and drive around.
No, I want
without
them.
any kind of restrictions.
I want no justification for anything that they're doing illegally.
But they're going to get into a car and drive.
And when they get in the car and drive, and when they have the problems as a result, they shouldn't have a driver's license. There should be nothing condoning. You're condoning illegality by making part of what they do legal. Well, you know what? They're going to break other laws after they break this one law, so we should make them be legal on one respect and illegal in another. I think it's crazy talk.
What I'm trying to communicate is why would you want bad drivers out on the road driving illegally?
Because I'm sure that an illegal alien that fails his driver's test, he's not going to drive a car. Honestly, that's the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard in my life. You think that? Oh, wait! I didn't pass my driver's exam, even though I'm here illegally. Even though a month ago I couldn't get a driver's license and I was driving illegally anyway. Now all of a sudden, because I failed my driver's exam, I'm not going to drive anymore.
I suppose if their job demands that they drive, and the people
But
who
their
are